Hey guys, so when you guys have a judo gi, I'm wearing an ippon gear gi, and this gi is a slim fit. Slim fit meaning that when you put it on, it's a little bit tighter around the rib cage area and a little bit of the hips and the armpits. It's a little bit tailored fit to your body, almost without a tailor. One thing I like about ippon gear is that it's very tight to your body, but that could also be a con. Personally, for me, I like to move around and do randori or shiai competition with Mizuno gis, which is what Sensei Manny has. Why do I like Mizuno gis? They're a little bit looser on the body, and I feel like I can move around a little bit more freely. Versus ippon gear, I kind of feel like stiff. I feel very muscular in the ippon gear because it's so tight to the body. It's kind of like a BJJ fit, personally what I feel. When I compete in the ippon gear versus the Mizuno gi, I just feel that the sleeves is a little bit tighter as well, and the armpit area. So you will definitely feel a big difference in the armpits and also the sleeves, in my opinion. The lapel and all, I feel like it's the same. But to be honest, if you really get a slim fit, it's tighter. So the summary of it for me, for ippon gear, is just tighter around the waist. If you have more of a European build, like people-wise, like a person, I would say that this gi will fit you well. Versus like if you are maybe a little bit stockier, wider shoulders or so, I would say the slim fit might not be good for you. You could get the regular fit. With the ippon gear as well, you could actually mix it, meaning that you could get a size 2 on the top and a size 3 on the bottom, or vice versa. So like the flexibility of kind of tailoring it to your body is greater, because a lot of gis, like if I get the Mizuno, it just comes in one size. If you guys go on ippon gear or Fuji, sometimes they just sell the jacket only or the pants only, and you could mix match it. But what about you, Manny? What do you think about judo gis, Mizunos, ippon gear, Fuji gis? What do you think?
So I'm a little bit opposite, I guess, of how you think about gis. I like to think about my gis almost like a tailored suit. Like I really want it to be fitted to me. So I like those slim fit ippon gears. And I do like that you can mix and match. So what I do is you have a 2.5 on, I wear a 3, or I guess it's called the 175 centimeter size. And then I have a size down in the pants because I think my legs are a little shorter, and that gives me a nice tailored fit. The one con that I don't like is that these ippon gear gis and some of these other gis like Fuji, and then fighting films, a lot of these other gis, I noticed they're a lot stiffer. And I agree with you that stiffness makes it hard to move around. So I do like the Mizunos for that. But I feel like I'm in a 3 right now of the Yusho competition, which is the Pakistani one. And I feel like it fits me well, but I feel like it's a little baggy. It's a little like I'm swimming in it, even if it doesn't look like it. Like when I look, and if I see like a lot of wrinkles when I put my sleeve down, or a lot of cotton or cloth bunching up on the armpit, I personally don't like that. I like it nice and tight.
I see that.
Right? You see it a little bit. So if I have the opportunity and I can get away with it, I wear a size down. So I like it when I wear like the 2.5 in the Mizuno gi as opposed to this 3. And I feel like that's a much better fit. It's much tighter. I have a lot less sleeve to grab. A bit more protection on my lapels, like it's a little tighter on me. But I still have that softness of the Mizuno gi, so I can move around.
I would say as well, like performance base also. So like when you pick a gi, think about other, I don't want to say like focus on others, but yes, look at other people, what they're using. Like for example, the French team used to be sponsored by Adidas, but I believe in the Paris they were sponsored by Mizuno. I could be wrong, but the Hungarians, they were the ippon gear gi. The Japanese though, they were the Mizuno gi. But there's 3 different types of Mizuno gis. One is from Japan, which I believe is the greatest one. It's really good, high quality. One is from China, which I personally don't like. The Chinese one is very slim, or not slim, it's very flimsy, very loose, and it's very easy to grab. It's like I'm grabbing a blanket, to be honest. And then there's the Pakistani one. Personally, for me, I like the Pakistani one. It's not because it's more affordable, but I competed with that gi in the IJF circuit, and it's done me well. Yes, I would have loved to have a Japanese-made gi, but if you guys are on a budget, I would say if you had to pick those three Mizunos, you should get the Pakistan Mizuno gi first. But if you have the money, go straight into the Japan-made Mizuno gi. Also, one thing that I kind of like about Ippon gear is that, yes, it's a little bit tight on my body, and also like this is the old version of the Ippon gear. I love this logo here, if you guys can see it. Now it's just like a regular Ippon gear. It just says Ippon gear. I do like the design. I do like the style that it brings. For me, I come from more of a BJJ background, so I love like a little bit of a swagger to the gi. And going back, like the Koreans use Adidas. They've been using Adidas forever, and their judo is very different from how the Japanese judo is. So like I do feel that how your judo is what gi you should have as well. That's just going more in the rabbit hole, because like you're gonna be thinking about what techniques you do. But to be honest, I think you should try either the Mizuno or the Ippon gear, maybe Adidas. But just a disclaimer, I feel like Ippon gear and Adidas skis are very, very similar to their build quality. Anything you want to say, Manny?
Don't get me started on those jiu-jitsu gis, man. I'm also a jiu-jitsu blue belt. And man, I love those gis with the contrast stitching, the nice clean designs. Oh man, that's another rabbit hole. But I agree. In terms of the, I haven't had an Adidas gi, but I've seen them. I've fought people that have worn them. Very similar to the Ippon gears. Same with the fighting films. Back when that was IJF approved. The Matsuru gis also. They're very similar in build quality. I think the Ippon gear and the Adidas, though, are a step above, I think. And then, right, there's the Mizunos and the Kusakuras is a whole nother rabbit hole, too.
I love Kusakura.
Yeah, Kusakura, like, if you could afford it, that's a great one to get. Especially, I mean, you can tell the story about how you got fitted and everything, right?
That was a good
really
story.
cool.
Yeah.
But overall, yeah, I agree. I think find the gi that almost fits like your style of play, right? The Mizunos, they're kind of built in a way that I think the sizing is made with Japanese people in mind. So if you have that build and body type and you're gonna fight Japanese style, then go for the Mizuno. If you have, like Sensei Lakea was saying, like a more European build, then go for the Ippon gear, go for the Adidas, since those are what those teams are using. Those will be more fitted and adjusted for that body type.
If I had to pick a gi to use, though, for competition, whether it's IJF or just me going to my local competition, I would say a good quality gi that will last you very long is going to be the Kusakura gi. The Kusakura gi is super well made in Japan, and if you ever go into their store or on their website, they would need measurements so that they could actually tailor the gi to you, and you have the possibility to have embroidery onto your gi, your name or whatever. I love the service that Kusakura gives. I think it's very high quality. So if you guys have to ask me which gi I like the Kusakura gi. The Russians, they compete in the Kusakura gi. I believe some of the Japanese compete in the Kusakura gi. You don't really see it that much, but when you see someone wear that gi, it's like, okay, they're they're invested in judo, and they're somewhat like, hey, you got to take their randori serious, because they know what they're gonna do. It's not just like a single wave Fuji gi that you see someone wear and it's like, okay, whatever. But someone wears a Kusakura gi, it's like wearing like a Shoiro or a Bino Pareto gi. It's like, okay, that guy, like, okay, we really need to like watch this guy, or really put our 100% in. That's just my take on it. But anything else you want to add on? No? But I think honestly the summary of this is, get a gi that you can afford. This is more of a video of like most of the top brands out there. Going back to Matsudo though, I had Matsudo back in the day, like maybe 6 years ago or so. It could change now, the quality, but the Matsudo gis, their sleeves shrank a lot. So I competed in Matsudo gi a lot, but their sleeves just got shorter and shorter over time, and I washed it with cold water. I just don't know why, but Matsudo, their sleeves are unpredictable. And that was like that for Adidas for a long time, but they got a lot better with it. One last question, Manny. If you had to choose one gi to wear, your everyday gi, to compete and to wear to practice, what gi would that be?
I think I would wear Mizuno. I think all around,
Really?
actually, yeah.
Okay.
But again, like if I could get away with it, I'd wear a size down, just to get that tighter fit. Because I think overall, like for my body type, for my judo, and what I want out of a gi, I think Mizuno actually like fits most of that, except a size down.
Gotcha. Yeah, like I think like today they have gis that are very, it looks like you're wearing a blanket over your whole body, like a pajama. It's so big that I'm all about style sometimes with the gi. The IJF style of gis is so baggy that you just look like you just began judo, and that is just my opinion. So, but I do agree, a little bit tighter. I have a really tight gi on, to be honest, right now. I mean, it's legal sleeve-wise, right? But just tight around the waist. I'm getting a little bit bigger, little by little. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching the video. If you guys have any questions or any comments, comment below. Subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.